This is the trigger warning for our show. Please understand that various monsters had various victims and hunted in various ways depending on the folklore, mythology, or stories that were told about them. Please understand that it is not our intent to upset you. You will be given other warnings and additional warnings depending on the episode, but this is our blanket statement. We didn't write the myths, but we are using them to tell our story. Also, this is the content warning for our show. There will be cursing. There will be some interesting ideas. We will take it in where we can, but be warned, there was beer involved.
What if I told you there is a world where not only are monsters like vampires and werewolves real, but they have rights, just like you and me. And in this world, there exists a secret government organization dedicated to keeping you safe and making sure they follow the rules. Welcome to Anarium, a Monster of the Week podcast.
Hey everybody, it's Cameron, your favorite neighborhood podcaster guy, back again with another episode of Anarium, a little faster than you were probably expecting. And that's because something that you weren't expecting last week happened too. If you were sitting there thinking, wow, I really didn't remember where we left off. I feel like I'm missing something. It's because you were missing an entire episode. Your silly producer here mislabeled the episodes, and you missed an entire episode. So we did our due diligence, and we got it done, and we're going to get it up for you this week. That didn't sound right. But you're going to be able to listen to these episodes in succession now, the way they were intended to be listened to. So thank you for your patience. Enjoy.
Hi, welcome back to Anarium. This is Sam. I am your DM. I am your keeper. I am the dude who runs the stories. This is a world of my creation with various friends, families, and loved ones. It's been given life by Michael Sands, Monster of the Week, powered by the Apocalypse. Got to give a shout out to him for making a decent system that is super balanced. I am surrounded today by friends, comrades, loved ones. I will let them introduce themselves.
All right. I'm Cameron, and I play Bernard, your clad in plaid redneck guy that used to like to cut down trees. Now he likes to cut down monsters.
Rob, who are you?
I am Rob. I am our distant friend here in Denver, Colorado. I am playing Orpheus. Please excuse the heinous French accent, the French Creole accent.
You don't
but
give
I am
yourself
happy
enough
to
credit.
be back here with you guys. Thanks to our listeners. Love you as well.
Glad to have you back.
Smooches.
And who is this Nordic beast of a man in front of me?
This Adonis, if you will.
This Adonis, the best of us.
So I'm Taylor. I am Marcellus, the 1100-year-old vampire warlock that has had some interesting moments lately, and stick around in the next few episodes and you'll probably hear some more interesting things about him.
Oh, there's always something percolating.
Hey, Internet, it's me, Rick Stafford. I'm playing Corbin Graves, who's just a big old goofy vampire, unkillable.
That's a good description.
That's fair. That's not bad. Welcome back. For you, it's been about a week, maybe two. For us, it's been a few months, so please forgive any accents that might be a little off or characters that seem a little out of place. We all have lives, and some of them are more interesting than others, and we love everyone here, so we're understanding that's how life works. Real quick, before we get started into a recap, I'm going to come at you with the give us a rate and review. If you think we're a 3-star podcast that needs a little bit of work, but you're going to stick with us, write that. If you think we're a 5-star podcast that's amazing and you enjoy listening, do that. That helps a lot with our algorithms, and the more people that like us, the more likely other people will find us. I know that's the annoying part, but I got to get it out of the way.
I can see them rolling their eyes. Just hit the button, and then type I like it or something. Anything,
Hey, and really realistically, I'm not afraid of negative reviews. Tell us what you think. We have an email, anarium.pod@gmail.com. Don't be afraid to reach out to us if something's offensive or we're misrepresenting a monster or a culture. Don't be afraid to reach out and let us know. You'll probably get a shout out and hey, I messed up. I want people to know that this character was offensive and I didn't mean it to be. We're all very open about our mistakes and how we can do better, and that's what we want. So please don't be afraid to reach out. If it's racist, sexist, culturalist, whatever, please let us know.
Because it's not the intention.
Or
certainly.
positive. You could send fan art, like weird, slashy,
Yeah, fucking just weird. man.
just
not
gross.
super weird.
You could get real weird with
just
it.
No,
super,
guys,
super gay fan art.
No, stop. Whoa, okay.
Cut that. Cut
No,
that.
we're not cutting that. That's,
No.
You guys do what you want. Make sure your watermark's on it big. Make sure your signature is seeable. We'll put it on the Facebook page. We'll put it on Instagram. We'll put it out there so people can see it. Free art's free art, but we need to recognize that your talent needs to be recognized, and you need to get a little bit of, hey, so-and-so made this art, check them out.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to do that. We'll promote you. I don't like asking for free stuff, but I mean, hey, if you want to donate, that's you. Just make sure your name's on it where we can see it. I would love to put that stuff on the Facebook page, which we have. Apparently, we have an Instagram and a Twitter
And a TikTok?
and a TikTok. I don't know what any of those are because I'm just that kind of old guy who lives in a weird cabin who doesn't talk to anybody. But we have them.
I learned what TikTok was a year ago, and I was like, oh, I figured it out.
I assumed it meant time passing. All right, so gentlemen, it's been a bit, so I'm going to give you a quick recap where we left off.
Good.
You were inside of a cornfield in a completely blacked out nighttime flashlights only. Rob, why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta just make the sexual tension between us more by funny gestures? There is a completely blacked out. We've come to a town. Let me check and make sure because it's
Terra,
been
Nebraska.
See, Taylor's always got me on the info, and that's why one of the many that I love him. You are in Terra, Nebraska. You've shown up. There's a lot of people hiding out in the school gymnasium. The school is very well fortified. We've got people there keeping folks safe. We have left Team Zulu behind. They are watching out on the survivors. They are making sure everyone stays calm.
Good choice on our part, for sure.
Definitely, because if you had stayed there, you would have already been kicked out. I'm positive. You have gone out. You have investigated the Amish community on the outskirts of town. You are there to kind of convince them to come back. You were given a guide. His name is Liam
Not
Schrock.
Amish community.
The not occult Amish community, despite what you were told. Liam Schrock is a young man who said, hey, I'm supposed to lead you to the home of the Lapps. There's an older gentleman named Elmer Lapp, who's an elder in this community, who did not show up when the red flag went out and said, hey, everybody needs to come together to be safe. You were sent to go find him. The shortcut through the cornfield made you guys run into some ghasts. These are pale, humanoid creatures with really no facial features other than a mouth. You guys dispatched them quickly. But where we have left off is in this cornfield, some slight combat. Everybody's taking a breath. Now we get to make the choice. Do we go forward to continue to Elmer Lapp, or do we give up on trying to rescue an elder, which may or may not gain you favor with the individual in charge, Jacob Samuelson, who has sent you to go find him?
Boo.
What would you guys like to do now?
Okay, if I could step in, I'll start. Because I had the child with me, correct?
Yes,
I was kind of.
You and Orpheus went very big on protecting the kid.
Yeah.
I will like to point out that Orpheus dropped his glamour to help defend and fight ghasts. I would also like to point out you left your
Pepper shaker.
your pepper shaker, as we have lovingly come to call it, with the
Izzy?
stone golem Izzy back
Yes.
at Gertrude. When we last left off, sorry, I realized I kind of forgot this moment. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you pointing it out to me. Troy had shown up with our friend, the other
Gee,
Chi.
Tactical kimono.
I was asked about that. Chi Takamura, the Jorigumo. The 2 scouts arrived at your location. Troy killed one of the ghasts and instantly went, oh shit, we have a problem. Bernard, what do you do in this moment? I'm sorry, I kind of stole that moment from you. Continue on.
You are good.
I think we're all caught up. We're all there.
I just wanted to make sure I had it right.
Yeah.
I had kind of just put my arms around him and just been like, hey, super dudes, you guys take care of these things.
Troy is distressed. The creature is dead. Troy instantly gets out his walkie-talkie. Does anybody have anything they want to add before he communicates with Team Zulu?
I think all I'm going to do is just attend to the child and just so Bernard will.
I mean, he's in his teens. He's not like 8.
Okay, I see. I had seen him as like 8, so he's a teenager.
He's teens. Like
Okay.
they trusted him enough to get you where you were going.
Okay.
But not put him in. They didn't realize how unsafe it was going to be.
Okay. So I just kind of roll over and I'm like, shit. Fuck. Darn. How are you, kid? You good?
Nothing about what just happened is okay. I think I shit my pants.
That's pretty normal, man. We'll change him later. Hey, how's everybody else? Is it just the humans that feel like shit, or you guys feeling good?
Meanwhile, Corbin's like stomping on a corpse and like, woohoo, this is great. These guys are gross.
Because I got hurt. I think I'm down
No.
to...
You took a hit.
Oh, that's right, we
But
did.
then you used your special ability
That's
that you
right.
took no damage.
I remember that now.
You took that, where you're not as good as you once were, but you're still good. I think that's the name of
Yep.
the move.
Yep, I am out of shape though. So.
These things don't feel right. Like when you pick something up and it doesn't feel like it has the right skeleton inside. He's just like holding it up by
Like
the
a sack
head.
of potatoes,
Just
and he's
like,
like, this isn't right.
This isn't right. This feels like an Ewok would. Just it's wrong.
On the walkie-talkie, Troy is talking to Agent Broyles.
Boyd.
Hey, what?
Boyle?
Broyles.
Boyd.
Wait, let me
I thought
check. Oh, I
Boyd.
did
Alan
name him
Boyd.
Boyd. Jesus,
I
I've
thought
got
you
my
said-
notes right in
I
front
thought
of me.
you said Agent Broyles. Like
I
what?
did, because that's the name of the character he played
especially
in
when
Royal
Alan Boyd.
Whopper.
Alan
Whoops.
Boyd. Oh no, that's fine. It happens. Leave it in, leave it out. Your call. My gracious editor.
Take it from the top.
He immediately gets onto the walkie-talkie and he goes, "Hey, Alan, we have a very serious problem. You need to shut down the mages right now." Takes a quick second, a little bit of crackle. What exactly do you mean shut the mages down? We're not on Earth anymore. We're on a different plane. And all the magic that they're using now, if they can't tap into a ley line and recharge before our time constraint is up, there's a strong likelihood they're not going to be able to work that portal long enough to get us all through it. We're not on Earth. We're in the Dreamlands. Alan, there's no response from him. Gets back on. How do you know this? We just killed 3 ghasts in a cornfield. We're not home. Wherever we went when we went through the portal, we're not on the Earth we know. We're on a different plane. The Dreamlands... Shit, dude, I don't have to explain this to you. You've been around long enough. He turns and looks at everyone else. Does everyone here understand what the Dreamlands means?
Hey kid, you got that?
Corbin's still holding the skull, and then he reaches over and grabs his mouth and goes, "Yeah, I know what's going on."
Does everyone get Dreamlands? Earth is like an onion. Various layers. The Dreamlands is where we go when we dream. That's...
Let me roll to investigate to see if I know anything about the dream.
I'm in. Do it. I love it. Do it.
The noosphere?
Certainly doesn't look anything like my dreams.
What 12? Well, what? Did you get a 36? What was it? Because Taylor's our best roller.
13.
You are aware that the Dreamlands are a different plane of existence. That as we dream, our minds, more or less, if we really want to get technical, and we're not, because no, you astrally project. Your mind goes to these lands where anything is possible. The rules kind of bend, think people are there, things come into creation as you dream it. H.P. Lovecraft wrote about the Dreamlands. There was a whole adventure, there's a whole H.P. Lovecraft branch of mythology that involves them. We're not going to touch on them super much. What you need to understand is we are not technically on Earth right now. We are on an alternate Earth that is very, very close to where we're from, but whatever we went through when we came to this town has brought us somewhere very, very different. The mages that we have may not be able to touch their ley lines. You, understanding what Dreamlands means, it's not that they won't charge, it's like trying to use the wrong charger on an item. Yep, they might be able to get some of their magic back, but everything they've used for standard operating procedure and keeping all the survivors calm or using magic to heal people is more or less gone. If we weren't on
So
a...
it's like trying to drink through a stir stick.
Yes, exactly.
It'll happen, it just takes a lot longer.
It'll take way longer, and as we knew when we came in, we were kind of on a time frame because Ashley, Kansas only lasted for about 48 hours before it was gone. That's why Troy did his radio call.
Okay, and I think that's what Bernard heard, like time constraint. So I think he was asked, like, so.
I think Bernard, being as much of an H.P. Lovecraft guy that he is, probably understands what the Dreamlands are.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna ask about that. So Bernard wants
Who's
to ask.
the main character in the Dreamlands novels?
Oof. I've had too many.
Randolph Carter. Randolph Carter is the one who H.P. Lovecraft inserted himself as that character.
Okay. So what all Bernard wanted to ask was in relation to the, I'll just say it. He's like, time constraint. What? How much time are we looking at here?
Troy checks his watch. It's like, based on the time frame that we've been given by Ashley, Kansas's event, within the next, I think right now we're looking at about 32 hours. Tara's going to show back up as a burnt husk, and everyone's going to be dead. We don't have a ton of time.
I do not want to be here for another 32 hours.
No. Hey, kid, how far did you say this place was?
The kid is seriously staring at Orpheus. He is seeing a tree person standing amongst the corn stalks. Now, mind you, there is no light where you guys are at. So we have like the light on the end of Bernard's shotgun, maybe a tactical light you guys are carrying. Most of you can, like Corbin and Marcellus, can kind of see in the dark based on what you are. Orpheus, you've got some sensation based on the fact you're in a cornfield. So you kind of have, like, that's why you had no issues interacting with anything that was around you. It's why you didn't get any negatives. It is pitch black. There is no light source. He is getting brief glimpses of the swamp creature that is of Orpheus. And he understands you're there to help because clearly you were a part of the fight. You kept him safe. But he is terrified by what he is seeing. How do you react to that?
Kid, I understand that I am not what you expected. I know that this look is not one of your world, but I mean no harm to you. Step closer. See me for who I am.
No. You just made a sad face. That was good. He's gonna respond to that. Cut this out, please. Make a manipulation roll. The charisma stat.
Charisma.
But give it a +1. Give it a +2. You
Plus
just
2,
helped
okay.
save his life. Give me that
Charm.
roll. Charm. Give me that
Yours is +2.
at a +2. You just helped save his life.
I needed that +2. That's a 7.
Okay. He recognizes that you are very, very different. Everything in his religious background has taught you that whatever you are is very different and probably bad. But you just helped save his life. Though no, maybe he does not trust you completely, he does understand that what you have just said is true. He's going to stick next to Bernard. He just watched Marcellus turn into an animal and turn back in the cornfields. He's watching Corbin play with a dead body. As of this moment, Bernard is his ground. And if Bernard trusts you, he's going to accept that. What do you say to that?
I understand this look is not what you would come to expect. I will not push myself upon you, but do know that I will allow no harm to become of you. Can you show us the rest of the way? Is there anything else we need to be aware of here?
We're about a mile and a half from the Lap homestead. If you guys promise to keep me safe, I can take you the rest of the way. But like he is aiming this at Bernard. Understand, you are now dealing with a survivor.
Yeah.
He has seen some freaky shit in a world he is not familiar with. You are his anchor.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
I think Bernard is going to go from pretty much just like laying, he was just kind of like laying back flat, like kind of up on his elbows. He's going to sit up now and he's going to go like, okay. So we got to get through this cornfield. What's the best formation we can get into that would protect him the most?
Troy and Chi both step forward. Keep the kid in the middle. We'll go out in front. If anything shows up, we'll give you a signal. They instantly disappear into the dark.
Okay. And I think Bernard will say like, all right, I'm sticking by the kid. So Bernard wants to stick in the middle too. He
I will
feels
not let anything come from behind us.
I'll be up front. Just plodding along happily. Just discard, just throw the corpse. All right, I guess. Here we go.
Done with that.
Done with that.
And moving on.
Can you point in a direction? Doodly-doo.
Marcellus.
Marcellus was gonna be kind of, I think, Raven Overwatch flying along top. Just kind of get an advanced.
Are you going to change in front of the kid?
He can't see me.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Are you going to like take a few steps back into the corn, transform, and
I'll
fly
just
off?
step back into the corn a little bit and turn into my giant battle raven and fly up above and kind of watch, and if something's coming into the cornfield towards
I need
them,
you
I
to
can
describe
swoop
what a
down.
battle raven looks like
Battle-
right now, because it sounds fucking amazing.
Battle Raven.
I just
Also
see-
a good band name. I'm writing that down.
I see he's going to turn into Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
So,
Just dirty birding the whole way in the
have you ever seen a battle crow?
I don't think I have.
So,
just describe a battle raven by describing it synonymously with a battle crow.
He turns
Kinda.
into
So,
Edgar
a
Allan
battle
Poe in
crow
armor.
Battle crow is just same as a raven. They're just like twice the size of a normal version.
So you're
They're
just-
just very, very large.
If somebody was to look at like a D&D book, you're a dire raven right now, because ravens are already
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
than crows.
Right, yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're basically going like full dire raven. You're like 4 foot tall, with a wingspan of like what 7-8 feet, flying around.
Roughly, yeah. About the size of a bald eagle.
All right. Okay. So you're
Is what a
big.
battle raven is. It's
You're-
a real big bird.
All right. All right. Okay.
Real big bird.
All right. So as you guys continue forward,
Nope.
and yeah, what you got?
I want to put a hand on the kid's shoulder, since no one else is gonna use the religious angle, and be like, "Be not afraid," which is what angels say.
I need you to know that this kid watched you pick up a dead body and play with it like a puppet.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Like, he's hearing you, instantly looks to Bernard. Like, is this a jabroni that I trust? Is this somebody? He is looking to you for guidance. Like, if something happens, am I okay with this one?
Well, I wanna give him the spiel.
I think
not
Bernard
afraid.
would just kind of nod at him, but I think he's also ready to move. Like Bernard is.
Yeah, as we're going.
As we're moving, give me a charm roll, though, to see how this kid reacts to what you've said to him. Because, like I said, like the character you've portrayed is very normal amongst our agents, but to this kid, you're puppeteering a dead body. What'd you get?
5.
This child does not trust you at all.
That's fine.
He kind of views you as
Mark experience.
Mark experience, definitely.
Oh, one thing. I'll try to do my best to reduce the sound. Can we just get keys like
It's all right.
over there somewhere?
So as I hear Rick failing to impress this kid, Rick, Do
Not
let your
that- not that
actions speak
character's name.
louder.
Not that character's name.
Sorry.
Corbin.
Corbin.
Yep.
Apologies.
You're good.
Cameron, can you fix that?
Mm-hmm.
As I hear Corbin flailing amongst this kid, Corbin, do let your actions speak louder than your words. Your words ring hollow right now. Show the kid you can be trusted. Do not tell him.
I totally thought that Bernard was going to do his little like chastise thing since Corbin failed.
I need you to know that, like, you walked up to this kid and, like, put your hand on him and, like, no, it's cool, we're great, be not afraid. And as, like, you pulled your hand away, it's sticky with blood and ghouls. And, like, you get, like, weird stringiness between you and the kid's like, no. So the kids, you're walking, you're going through the cornfield. Up to this point, nothing really happens. You get occasional, like, little bit of feedback. Not a ton. Like, Chi will be like, I'm all clear on the west side. Troy will be like, I'm all clear on the east side. And eventually you come... there's a bird. You come up to the homestead. It is a traditional farmhouse. It's probably going to be 2 stories. It's not a bad home. It is an older home. It's probably been passed down through the Lapp family for a few years. They've been here a bit. The culture of the Amish are in this region of the world. They've been around for a bit. It's an older home. As you approach, there is no light to be seen. There is no one around. What would you guys like to do?
How long of a range would you give me on the hills have eyes? What is that? 1 second. Just so everyone can see it. The trees have eyes. Walls have ears.
I would
I be
give
able
you
to
the-
kind of mark it out in any way?
There is enough plant life around here. There are cornfields all around, but even inside of this area, there is a small apple orchard in the back. Those trees can give you some information. There are bushes. There is wildlife. You are not in a concrete jungle. You are in an area very rural. You would be able to do some things. Give me a roll. Let's see what you can see.
And I was gonna say maybe the sight would be better for this as well.
What's that?
The sight, you can see the invisible, especially spirits or magical influences. You may communicate with them, maybe even make deals with them. The spirits you see give you more opportunities, clues when investigating a mystery.
All right, so the
Latin
trees
mark.
have eyes. You are looking. Give me a minute. Give you some silence for
Actually-
editing in.
He was cutting out before you left.
I got a
He wants
German
to
Shepherd barking in
redo
my
the
backyard.
line.
2 seconds. We're good.
Okay. On one of your rare microphone fails, if you would explain to me what the spirit thing is again.
Yeah. So what I was looking at particularly here is going to be the sight. And what I have written down for the sight here is you can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences. You may communicate with and maybe even make deals with the spirits you see. They will give you more opportunities to spot clues when investigating a mystery.
Okay. So we are looking for spirits. Realistically, Orpheus, as you kind of look around at what's about you, I mean, you're not really going to see any ghosts. You might see some people who have lived there for a while.
How many fucking...
What do you want from me? I carry like 3 at all times. What do
Just
you
gonna
want?
go get a mechanical pencil out.
Wait, I've got one.
I don't hear that very often, so thank you.
I have like 3 knives, dude. At all times.
So all this is drama over a pencil that I probably get.
Samson, stay
Okay.
strapped or get clapped.
I'm ready. Like, I've got my Leatherman, I've got the
Oh,
actual
man.
knife I carry, and if I was wearing my
Good
boots,
part.
I'd have the razor blade and my boot knife that I've got, just to be safe.
All right. Apparently, I'm doing art now. What Marcellus? Dark hair, light hair.
We can do that after. What's happening right now?
Blonde.
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 Very Nordic. Well, blonde.
A Viking head on a
Blonde hair,
suit.
blue eyes, very Viking. 6'4", 250, big boy.
You are looking at this homestead, and you're not really seeing anything that really stands out. There might be one or two people from this family line that's been here, but like they're not rushing towards you. They're not super active. It's almost like an echo of people who lived here before. If you really wanted to approach one, you probably could, but it might be more disruptive to them having to have it explained to them that they've died. You're like I said, it's more of an echo than an actual spirit.
I'll move on.
Okay. As you guys walk forward, I assume somebody's eventually gonna knock on the door. Who do you put forward as the face?
Well, the three we had in the front. Well, it was. Of course, Annie's gonna start barking.
It's fine. It's cool. It's doggo. Everybody loves a
There's
dog.
a dog out in
And
front.
she's
Where'd this
such-
dog come from?
She's such a good dog. Like if you guys hear in the background, like, hey, we're sorry, but like she's a good girl.
She is a good girl. She's upset that we're all down in the basement, and she's not.
I mean, she's a good girl. Like she's super loving. She looks like a pity mix of some kind. She's amazing, and just sorry. That's an
Oh,
aside,
you're good.
But it's like no,
That-
she's such a good girl.
That's my baby.
and
My family's gone for the weekend, and we are gonna cuddle later. So that's
As you
it's all
should.
good. But yeah, so I remember it was Troy. Dang, I always forget the girl's
Troy
name.
and Chi.
Chi were in the front, but then I know he said he was going to the front as well. He being
Troy and Chi are so far ahead. They are scouting. They are looking for trouble before it gets there. They have probably already passed your homestead
okay.
to kind of like keep an eye on what's around. So don't consider them in on your functions until something happens, and then they'll probably show back up.
All right, then I think I will kind of take the lead since I am the closest to so I can stop calling him the kid. What was his name?
His name is Liam Schrock.
I'm gonna look down and say like, all right, Liam, this the place?
The kid nods his head. He's kind of in a weird state of shock between everything he's seen and kind of what's happening. This is not what he expected. He's not so terrified that you're carrying him, but he's understandably scared. I mean, you're looking at like 16, 17-year-old, old enough that an elder of their community would go, hey, Liam knows how to get there. We're going to send him with you. But he's not an adult.
Yeah.
And so this is all very, very new, very alien to him. But he's holding up well for given the situation.
Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just ask him. I'm gonna say, you feel comfortable knocking on the door?
He gives you like a weird, like looking around, looking at everybody, because I assume everyone kind of stops and looks at him. Like, and he finds his confidence in that moment. And he goes up and he knocks on the door. And an elderly gentleman answers it. And presumably this is the Elmer that you were looking for. He has a double-barreled shotgun that he initially points in Liam's face and then stops and goes, What are you doing here, kid? Now's not the time to be out.
I think I'll put mine on my shoulder and be like, a man after my own heart.
Who are these strangers? Who are the outsiders? What is that?
Love the pet cemetery, Sam. I love it.
Working on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is gonna be a part of a conversation you're gonna have with yourself.
That's true. What is that? Liam turns around and he looks at Orpheus and he looks back at Elmer and he says, I understand that it's very abnormal, but like we're always teaching in church about how God works in mysterious ways, and I think he may have sent these people here to help us. We've been gathered to the home of the Samuelsons, and we need to go there, and everyone was really worried because you're one of our elders and you're important. We would really like it if you would come with us back to where everyone else is at so we can keep you safe. Of course, Elmer kind of looks around outside and he's like, is the thing gone? Because there was all kinds of stuff out there earlier, and there were a bunch of these pale things with no faces, and then the house started to shake, and eventually It came out. It was back by the orchard. I'm not leaving this house until that thing's gone. I don't feel safe, and I know inside this home God will protect me, but out there with your strangers, I can't. Now, kid, get in here. Get in here and let them deal with it. It's out there. It's out in the orchard. You guys need to go deal with it, and then I'll go where you like, but you're gonna have to deal with that thing.
While he's doing that, Marcellus is obviously able to hear that as a raven. He's gonna fly behind the house and shapeshift back and get on the radio and tell Troy and Chi, hey, this old guy that we were talking to said there's something big in the orchard back here behind his house. You
Good
guys
call.
need to get here. We need to see what's going on.
Okay. Both of them do the double click on the radio. They don't actually respond. They just let you know they heard.
Yep.
They're staying quiet, which probably means that there's something that they are aware of. But
Something near them.
you get the double click, the response. All right, Orpheus, what you got for me?
Dieu devance ma personne contre moi. God before me, none shall be against me.
The old man kind of gives you a nod. Then he closes the door slowly. He doesn't slam it in the face, but he respects that you are giving him scripture. He understands that to an outsider, religion is a very big part of their culture. Even if they are, as people, there is more to them than that. But with how the child has spoken and how he has spoken, he understands that what you are saying to him is an attempt to connect. He appreciates that. But he still does not feel safe enough to come outside.
Okay, out of character, real quick, I have a question. Intimidating someone and like manipulating, is that like the same? I forget. That's not the same thing, right?
Ultimately, you're going to make the same roll.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, if you're really going for, I'm going to murder you if you don't come out of this house, I'll probably let you roll kick some ass.
It wasn't going to be I'm going to murder you, but it was going to be along the lines of like, hey, you are going to fucking die. I'm not telling you that I'm going to kill you, but you're going to fucking die very soon unless you come with us. Or you just let us in so we can talk.
What would you like to do? Is that a moment you'd like to have?
Kind of. Like, he just shut the door in our face, and this shit is very serious.
I mean, if you want to pound on the door
You
and
wanna-
try to get him to come back, we can do that.
Okay, that's what...
Push your foot in the door frame before he closes
Well,
it.
it's already happened, so I don't want to retroactively change anything. So it happened. I tried to be cool. I was standing there, shotgun on my shoulder, trying to be unintimidating as I could be in the situation. So yeah, I think Bernard's going to kick the door a couple times, like with his foot, not like trying to kick it open, but he's going to kick it low, or like on the bottom of the frame, and just kind of kick it and be like, "Hey!"
Elmer comes back to the door. He opens it slightly. Shotgun is not aimed at you, but it's still in his hands. What? Did you deal with the thing in 30 seconds? Because I don't think you did. And if you didn't, I ain't leaving his house.
Let me explain something to you. You, me, and the kid here. We're the only thing here with a heartbeat. Whatever was out there, see the guy covered in blood, or I don't know. I presume it's blood.
As Corbin waves
Big,
goofily.
big
Yes.
step
From
to
the
the
back.
eye.
Whatever was in the field is dead. I can't speak to the orchard. What I can promise you is that if you stay here on your own, you will die. I won't lie to you and tell you there's not a chance that you won't die if you come with us or if you let us in. But it's a lot higher than 0 chance if you come with us. We can explain a lot more if you let us in, if you feel uncomfortable. But our friends over there, I kind of gestures towards what he imagines would be the orchard. We tried to talk to him. Radio silence. Something serious is happening over there. So either we leave and you're on your own with whatever's out there.
Give me a charm roll.
Okay.
The way you phrased it, the way you handled it, that's more charm than threat. Of course you did. Of course you
Well, it's -2. That's why I was asking. So it's still an 8.
did. Okay. He is hearing what you're saying. He's clearly receptive to what you were saying. He is not opening the door more. He's not angry. He's not giving you a no, done. He is hearing what you are saying. Whatever he has seen is more scary than the threat you just put in front of him. And as you are saying this, you can feel vibration in the ground. Something is coming, and it is large.
Did you ask him what he was talking about?
I think I'm gonna I was gonna look at him like seriously now, like, you need to let us in this house. Because I'm sure he feels it too.
Given your role, you have not convinced him to leave with you, but you have convinced him that you are an ally. He opens this door for you guys to enter. You can enter the home with him. Your role was successful enough that no, he's not going to run with you, but you can come inside.
Okay. I will go in as soon as Liam enters. I will go in right
Kid's
now.
already inside.
Okay.
He was the only one he let in before.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I'm gonna go in.
So Marcellus is out back by the orchard waiting for this thing to come and doesn't know everybody's going in the house.
So
Well, I
is
thought you could
this-
hear us. I thought you could hear everything. I thought we.
No,
had
I did as a Raven, but I'm on the radio with Troy and Chi.
It's all right.
so I
Troy
can
and
hear
Chi are going to show up
information.
to your location very shortly and kind of let you know what's going on.
So is this like a deck we are on?
a
It's
porch.
A porch.
a very small porch. It is not like a wraparound porch on bigger homes. This is a modest home, so it's a small porch, some stairs leading up to the front door.
Wood porch, stone porch,
Stone.
plastic,
Stone.
stone. I'd like to go ahead and cast the trees have eyes, walls have ears on this porch as we're kind of walking in with that vibration I'm feeling.
Okay. As I understand it, that's more of sending out a call to everything around you.
So you may touch an object made of a natural material such as wood or stone
Gotcha.
and inconspicuously mark it. At any point, you may tune into the object, see, hear, smell from it, losing all of my current senses while doing so. This effect may be magically dispelled if detected. I may have one of those marks at a time.
Can you repeat that? You broke up a little bit. Just that last part, that last sentence.
I can touch a material and conspicuously mark it. I can tune my senses to it. Tuning my senses to it causes me to lose all my current senses as a sentient being. The effect may be dispelled if detected, and I can only have one at a time.
All right. So this porch is to give you a little bit more. Is actually connected to the foundation of the home. So you
So it
now
would not be
have
so natural.
Yeah, you have some connection to the entire foundation of the home now. So if anything were to cross the foundation of the home, you would be aware of it.
Only while tuning in on it. It's not innate.
Okay, so it's not a constant.
It's not
It's
a
like
constant.
a security
I have
camera.
to-
He did it back at the.
I pretty much have to give up my sense of self to tune into the sense of self on the object.
Okay. Corbin, what do you do? We know Marcellus is up back. We know Bernard's in the front door. We know Orpheus is going in. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? What are you thinking? Do you go inside to have conversation, or do you go find Marcellus?
Yeah, I'm gonna go around back with Marcellus. I'm gonna see what the thumping is.
Okay. And my bad for misinterpreting. I thought we were all on a radio, or are we far enough away from Gertrude? Was that like our? I thought we could all hear each other.
You have radios, but you kind of have to activate it. I don't know if we've ever discussed.
I thought we
exactly-
did, and I guess I thought that I had heard that it was more of like we could hear what was happening. Like it was more like
No, that's only in Gertrude has like microphones on the outside of it. So if we're inside Gertrude, we can hear everybody talking outside. But on
I
our
don't want to be
personal
inside
radios,
Gertrude.
we have to actually.
Okay,
like,
and maybe
one
that's what I misheard. Okay.
call.
Okay. Troy and Chi approach Corbin and Marcellus in the back. Toward the back of the house, out back, you've got probably 12 apple trees, a big pear tree in the center. It's a pretty wide distance back. There's a road that kind of runs along the side of the house. There is corn fully grown, so you're not getting a ton of view. Troy walks up and he says, "Hey, I found some tracks. They're big, and I don't know what it is, but I can feel the vibrations as it's walking. It's close." Chi then pipes in and goes, "I found a few bodies of other ghasts partially eaten. Whatever it is bigger than them, and it considers them prey. We should be very, very careful as we continue forward." Back in the house, we have Orpheus and Bernard being walked through an entryway. In this entryway, we're looking at coat hooks, we're looking at a small cabinet area, probably a washer and dryer, but old style, like a bucket and a strainer, because this is an Amish community. They don't have the traditional electronics, but it's the idea that it's close to the outside, so when the laundry's done, it can be taken out and hung. Through this tiny entryway, you take a left turn, and there is a kitchen. It's very small. You've got your cabinets, you've got a cooking area, you've got a stove with a fire in it. That is where Elmer has taken you. What would you two, how would you like to continue this interaction? I know Bernard made it kind of seem like he wanted to ask some questions before we see what's outside and things really start. What would you like to do in this moment with this older gentleman?
May I take a seat and meditate on that which needs focus?
You're more than welcome to take a seat at my table. He's very uncertain about you. He's taking the kid's word that the giant tree man is okay. He's very uncertain about you. Not aggressively, but uncertain.
I knowing when I focus on these things that I look tranced and wide-eyed and all that. I just want to sit at the table, cross my hands and bow my head as if I were praying, but 100% focus on this foundation. Seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, anything that would not be what I would expect.
You are getting a little bit more. The foundation is big enough and full enough that you are getting a few feet out. Like you can tell as you sit here where Marcellus, Corbin, Chi, and Troy are at around the home. You can't really sense much beyond that. They're staying kind of close, but you're getting a general sensation. Bernard, what do you got for me? What are you saying to this old man? You got yourself in. What are you doing now?
I think he's gonna just whatever. I don't know if I'm close to the table or whatever I would be close to.
You tell me.
Whatever flat surface I'm closest to, he's gonna kind of and make a point of it. Eye contact. He's going to set the gun, his gun axe hybrid.
I believe you gave it a name.
Lucille.
Thank you.
Lucille Plus. He's gonna sit her down in front of him, and making a gesture of it, maybe not a big grand one, oh, look what I'm doing, but just kind of eye contact, setting it down. And he's gonna say, "What can we do?" Gesturing to himself and the tree man. To get you to leave this house with us.
You can deal with the thing that's out there that's been killing stuff left and right.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what's keeping me in this home. That's why I didn't leave. That thing's been coming around. Them weird little things, the white things with no faces, they come around. I ain't gotta worry about them. But the big thing, that thing shows up. Them little things, they get eaten, they get killed. I'm not going out there with that thing still around.
Okay. I think he wants to look at Liam and say, "You alright if I go outside for a little bit?"
The kid is noticeably concerned, but slowly nods his head in a gesture of, I understand this is what you do, it's not what I do. I'm giving you the understanding that I have confidence that you're not going to go out and die.
Okay. I think Bernard will walk to the door. He's going to turn and he's going to tap pretty softly, like by the doorway with Lucille. If I didn't say he'd grab the gun, he did. Knowing that, or at least
I'm
thinking.
assuming I would feel that tap.
Yep, thinking
Yeah.
that Orpheus, with what he has going on, and he's just going to say, "You coming with?"
I assume if you're tapping the foundation, I would hear that, Sam?
Yeah.
Is my DM?
Everything inside you are very well aware of. You knew he was getting up and moving before he got to the door. The vibrations of his footfalls let you know he was leaving.
I'll just nod to the old man and just a nice little appreciative nod and follow right out.
All right. Well, I open the door. He's there with me, and I'm going to look back and say, "If we're not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer."
What's your time stamp? Because that's the end of an episode.
Okay. Yeah, they would be close to the door.
I can't see your time.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that episode. The episode that was intended to come out last week, before the episode that you have probably already listened to. And just my apologies again. Like I said, I saved them wrong. I saved them under the wrong file names. And I mixed them up, and that is my fault. So if you felt a little lost in the story, like you missed something, you didn't. At least not of your own doing. There was just a full episode that wasn't in there. So we got it there for you. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for to the people that emailed us and let us know that we missed something, because otherwise I would have kept going and you guys would have missed an explanation of the Dreamlands and all the things that were happening. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to rate and review and tell a friend. You can let us know anything you want to hear differently, suggestions, anything like that. You can email us or on any of our social medias. Let us know. It'll be great. We'll be glad to hear it. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.